What's up, guys? Let's talk about passion today. Why do you do things? What makes you successful? And what is the main drive that every individual should do to make them a great success? My name is Jeremy Golden, been an entrepreneur for 8 years and stock investor. Now I'm trying to help other individuals grow their portfolios and grow as business owners as well. Make sure you stay tuned to the end, a bunch of great knowledge in this video. One of the most important things is, like I said, making sure that we're creating success for you. And how do we do that? Like I said, passion is everything. Making sure that you do something that you're passionate about. I'll use this as a great example. If you look at some of the other videos, NIO, and I'll put a link up at the top here. One of the larger companies that I hold in EV, hold some Tesla as well, but I do hold a decent amount of NIO. Why? Passionate about the EV market. Passionate about autonomous driving, the driving without you doing it, and also passionate about cars. I've been a car enthusiast and car guy since little on up. My dad had a Camaro back in the day that was just something that just created a passion for me, I think, and I've always been passionate about cars. So some of the holdings that I have are in the car market, car manufacturers, auto accessories, and stuff like that, because I'm a big advocate for cars. I also hold other stocks and stuff like that, but it's something that I'm passionate about. So anytime you do something with passion, you're going to be more successful. Reason being is, let's face it, a lot of times, you go to work, 9-to-5 job, and doing that job, you're punching a clock, clocking in and out. And yeah, it might be something that you're knowledgeable about, but is it truly something that you're passionate about? It depends. Some people love their job. It's because they have passion. Say you're a doctor, passionate about helping people, but obviously you're not going to go out and start an ER practice on yourself, right? So you're going to work for a hospital. So that being said, you're an ER doctor and you're passionate about what you're doing. Most of these ER doctors or just using that as an example, are going to be a little bit more successful in that career because they're passionate about it. If they got into it and they were like, something I want to do, and 10 years down the road, they're probably getting burnt out. They're not creating success to the level that they could be. They're not moving up the leadership ladder, and so forth. So the more passion that you have behind anything, the more likely you're going to create success. The reason being is you're putting your all in it. You're not just like, I'm friggin' at work, let's punch the clock, let's collect our $200-300 we made for the day, and let's go home and be done with this shit. Like I said, if you're passionate about it, you don't mind putting in some extra hours, but the most important thing after being an entrepreneur for 8 years and realizing that entrepreneurship, there's something to be said about that. After working for yourself and creating success because of something that you have that drive behind you, it's hard to go back out into that 9-to-5 rat race, so to speak. Reason being is, you're used to the flexibility, you're used to creating your schedule, you're used to being the boss, and so forth. But like I said, with having some kind of passion behind what you're doing, it's going to create you greater success. And ultimately why I'm using this as passion is because even in the stocks that I hold, I'm passionate about that. So I'm not going to I don't know anything about let's say the medical field. I know certain things. I'm a massage therapist, personal trainer, so I know certain things about the medical field, but I don't necessarily know in-depth medical manufacturers. Say the manufacturers that create needles and or syringes and medical equipment and stuff like that. I wouldn't go out and just invest in them because I heard, hey, this guy told me this is a great place to add into your portfolio. I'm not a stock financial advisor. I do this because I'm passionate about it. I also research the holdings that I have and I also research the companies that I'm investing with. So that ultimately, do your due diligence and make sure that you are researching some of this. You don't just want to go throw $1,000 into something because, hey, Joe down the street said, this is a good company to invest with. And the same thing with me. Don't just go investing in things that I've told you I'm holding, because ultimately I could lose money and you could lose money, But I've done a lot of research. NIO, for instance, the company, when I first invested in it, my average now after investing in some, I've been adding money here and there. I think I'm still only up to $11 a share. That's because I bought in when it was a couple bucks a share, and now over time I've been putting in, I still firm believers as stocks continue to grow, and if it's something you're passionate about, continue feeding that fire. So I buy, 10, 15, 20 stocks when there's a dip back, and then we move forward again. Like, I'm sure you guys have been watching the market. If you've been watching the market, Monday and over the weekend and into Monday, because of NIO Day, NIO has skyrocketed again, And I think they're going to continue to hold their own, and I believe at some point they're going to be up into that $200 to $300 range. So I'm going to continue to pour money into it. Is it going to be tomorrow? No, I'm a firm believer in holding my shares. So I'm looking at like 2025. If it's $250, $300, at that point I'm probably going to go, hey, okay, is there something I'm going to buy now or sell? And buy that I want to hold for more longevity, maybe something that's going to give me a dividend, something that's more secure. I think NIO is going to be around for a long time, but there's some other companies out there that will pay me a dividend and will keep me secure, or even if I invest into the S&P 500, but whatever that may be at that time. The biggest thing I want you to take away from this video is making sure that you are doing things with passion. Don't just go out and do something because, hey, Joe Blow down the street said so, or hey, this guy is giving me these ideas, so this is what I'm gonna do. I want you to actually think about what you love to do. Do you love cars? Do you love vacationing? I don't know. Love traveling. If you love traveling and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna invest in traveling portfolio, or hey, I'm gonna start a traveling business. I'm gonna start a travel agency. Whatever it may be, just make sure you are passionate about it, because it's gonna stop making you feel like you're going to work, and it's gonna be something that actually gives you more drive, and it's gonna give you something that's gonna give you more success at the end of the day. Like I said, too many people get hung up on, hey, I need to go to college, I need to study for this, I need to get a 9-to-5 job because my mom and dad told me that's how you're successful. It's bullshit. It really is. I'm just being quite frank, it's bullshit. It is what we are taught, that you need to go get a job in the sense of you need to punch a clock, and that is totally not right. You need to do something that you're passionate about, and you need to find a way to do it that you can do it without punching that clock. Because ultimately, you are going to be more successful if you're passionate about it, and if you're doing it, I'm telling you, for yourself. If you create a business and create a business plan, let's face it, I'll give you this, even though we're going back into a passion thing, and sorry, I'll give you this as a great example. You go to work, you punch a clock, say you make $100,000 a year. After you pay the taxes of, most states vary, but let's just say 27%. So you make $100,000, you pay 27% taxes, you're paying $27,000 to Uncle Sam off the top, okay? $27,000. So now you're down to about 73 grand, okay? Let me use this example. If you go out and start a business, you make $100,000. And now, say you only profited $73,000 because you put out $27,000 in business expenses. You're gonna pay the taxes on the $73,000 for your 27%, okay? So that's what you need to realize. So many people don't realize that. They go punch a clock and they think they're doing themselves a favor, but honestly, you're paying Uncle Sam more taxes out of that paycheck that you're making because you're punching the clock. So just remember that if you have a business, you can pay yourself, and then, I shouldn't say pay yourself, but you can take all your deductions, and then that's what your pot's getting taxed at. Your leftover money in that pot is getting taxed off of what is left. So if you have a car, if you have a house, you can have a home office up to a certain percentage that you can write off your mortgage, your electric, your water, so forth. So why I'm saying this is do things that you're passionate about, do things to set yourself up for success, okay? And start to research a little bit and realize that you are worth it, all right? Just remember, you're worth it. So next time you think about it, think about what you're passionate about and use that for everything that you do in life. Make sure that you're investing with passion. Make sure you're starting with a business with passion. Make sure that you're living life with passion. Because like I said, ultimately, it is going to give you a better success rate, and it's going to set you up for success and not failure. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. Make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button. Helps us out with that YouTube algorithm. Apparently I can't speak again. But make sure you hit that subscribe button just because it helps us out. So I do appreciate, again, you guys tuning in. Look forward to helping you again. And make sure you check out some of those videos. Like I said, Neo's one that I'm very passionate about, and I continue to see success in that company. And